Hey, there we are. Camera's a little shaky, but that's usual. That's normal in these situations. I gotta add the bottom text crawl down here. I didn't get a chance to do this. I have to add. Gosh, man. I butcher her name every time, and I want to make sure that it's right, so I'm looking it up. I know this is not thrilling, compelling television right now, but thank you for joining me anyway. I know there's a few of you in the chat right now, a few viewers. If you give me a second, then I will start the show. Give me just 2 seconds. I want to cut and paste because I feel like I butcher her name. Yeah, Yara Flor. Yeah, hell yeah. I feel like I always want to call her Leela, but I don't know if that is the artist's name. Like she's okay. Let's talk about her for just a hot minute. Because she's pretty great. There's also no more music. I don't know why this is. Is this a Chrono Trigger hate stream? Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Man, it's weird that that chat came up on my OBS faster than it did in my actual chat box. That is strange. I wonder if my chat box is behind. I'm going to refresh it. Reload. Check, check. See, that was instant. Although it did not pop up on my chat box. It took a second. That's weird. I don't know. Anyway, technical stuff aside. I always want to call her Layla, but I might be getting her first name wrong. If I am, I apologize. We're gonna do a quick plug for her. She actually just launched a Kickstarter, so I was like, oh, we should color her coloristjam, you know? Oh, come on, let me into the Kickstarter. Don't make me log in. I don't want to show people my login. Here is her Kickstarter. I backed it already. It is well on its way. It's got 23 days to go. You should also back it. If you search for Afar Book 2 in the search bar right up here, I'm sure it'll pop up. She does a lot of really cool books and does a lot of really cool stuff. She is also the artist on Shudder, and we did a Wonder Woman book right back there. We did that together. We did the Yara Flor stuff. It was only 2 issues, but it was super fun. So, all the plugs out of the way. She also does a lot of art streams and stuff through Helioscope, their studio. We are going to try to get this thing going. We're gonna do RGB. You know what? I think I want to, let's see. So right now my gamma is 0.72. This is like calibrated for print, but we're doing RGB. So I'm gonna brighten it up just a tad. This feels really bright to me. Maybe that's too bright. This is also compelling television. This is what you missed when I wasn't doing art streams. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about some good comic stuff too. Maybe this feels right. This feels right. That felt right. Whatever. Nothing matters. It's fine. So we're gonna keep it RGB. We're gonna copy the line art, drop it in a new layer with this super black, and we are going to drop it in a mask, invert it, boom, line art dropped in. This is how I usually set up my pages. I'm going to walk through that slower this time because it's been a while since we've done an art stream. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we gotta talk about how the basic setup happens again, just in case people are new. So here's your working layer down here, and you go new layer here. We got new layer. Click that, and then we select our black. We fill it. Now it might be scary because you're like, oh, I'm gonna lose the flats, but they're just on another layer. Click this for mask. Then you alt click the mask, and then you paste in the line art. So the line art's in, and you're like, oh, we're done. But like if you click it, it's inverted. You don't want that. So you got to go in, invert it with Control I, and then you are good to go. We're going to duplicate the flats here just in case I need them, and then we're going to lock them on the bottom there, so I don't mess with them. And then we're going to get started. Let me think about. It's been a while since I worked on this character. I'm trying to remember. I think this is all just straight up gold. I don't know what this is. This is skin tone down here. This is not skin tone. So let's select all of the skin tone, and I'm going to select that too. She's Brazilian. I always made her, when we were working on the book, I always made her darker than she needed to be. Every time the notes would come back and they'd be like, you made her skin too dark. So we're going to try not to do that this time. Yeah, and then how does Yara Flor look? I'm gonna Google my own reference. My own reference of my own thing that I've already created. I'm actually not doing that. A bunch of Joelle Jones stuff pops up before my stuff. That's fine. Joelle is a comic book treasure and a legend. Okay. All right, so I think I know what we're doing. If you're gonna steal, steal from the best. You talking about stealing from myself? If you're gonna steal, have an ego about it. What's up? This guy is drawing. Hey Charlie, how you doing? We're just trying to get the base colors right. So it's like, she has like a blue, but it's like a greenish blue. The zip tone, so the zip tone is like throwing me for a loop. How big is this? Is this the right size? This feels small. 1300? Is this even the right file? My God, this stream. You don't do an art stream for 4 months and then it's just right off the rails from the very beginning. Let me show you how to get this file, since we are also going to get this file. I suppose I could show you some work that other people have made too. Here's coloristjam. Here's where the file is. We're going to click it and get into the Dropbox. Maybe I'm going to do that off stream, but we are going to download it, open it, and we are going to see if this is in fact the correct size. This is in fact the correct size. You can get, always great to see me streaming. You can keep your sarcasm to yourself, Charlie, please. Yeah, we did, this was the last coloristjam. It was in April. We've been slacking. I've been really busy. I know everybody else that is involved with coloristjam is as well. These are some of the jams from other people. Looks pretty good. Wait, close this. What else we got? I like the glow. That's cool. And the knockouts in the metal. Smart. Ooh, this one's real good. Not a big fan of the patings here. That's a technical term, the patings. But the blue with the yellow looks real fantastic. Yeah, man. The glow. Everybody's making this. Does this thing glow in the comics? I did like a, oh, I love this one. This is a hot take. A little bit of blur. Oh, I like the scheme too. We're gonna do something similar to this. Kind of. Do these guys, some people are making them glow. Do they glow normally? I don't know if they glow or not. I guess some people are making them glow. I guess they're like Wonder Woman's lasso. Does that make sense? We're figuring it out. In the Superman team up, she never used those things. Instead, she used a bazooka that shoots black holes in the story that I did. No, seriously, great. Yeah, but for better take. Plus, totally socially distanced. Yeah, it is. This is all socially distanced. So this little patch thing, we're gonna make this like a brown, and we can make this kind of brownish as well. We can maybe blue it up just a tad. Okay, so we have Yara, and then we have background. I'm gonna do a thing. I'll try to select all of Yara. Partly why I haven't been streaming lately, and only streaming games, is because, whoo, baby, comics is riding me hard and putting me away wet. I immediately regret saying that. Please, no one tell anyone I said that. But it is. So all I did right then, if you look, here's our original flats. I just copy and pasted Yara here. So, and then I locked it with this transparency lock right here in this corner. Transparency lock makes it so that we can work on this level, but like it won't like, you know, we screen it out. I don't know why it was. Oh, it's 50%. Yeah, so we can, you know, not work on the background. So we're gonna try to work on Yara on one level and the background on another level. If only Nick's gaming takes a risk good as his coloring. It'd be a shame if somebody clipped that. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try to think of it as background, foreground. I was thinking about doing, like we did forever ago, we did a Heartthrob cover on stream, and we used like a gold leaf like pattern or texture scan or something I found online. And I was thinking about using that for the background, but I don't think that's a good thing. I think we're gonna try something else. So I have a bunch of scans of deleter screens that I've purchased over the years. And I was thinking about, there's like this one and this one that are kind of magical girl kind of stuff. Maybe we'll use one of these instead. I like this one. I like this one. All right. I was thinking about grabbing this for the background that's not the leaves. And it is huge compared to the art. We're gonna shrink it. It is still huge. Still very huge. I don't know if you guys have been catching my video game streams. We played through all of Skies of Arcadia, and whew, man, it had me hating Skies of Arcadia by the end of it. Also, on Boix and Ilian's channel, we played a very expensive Wii game. We played Dokapon Kingdom. Also, really just kind of an emotional journey with that. A difficult emotional journey. I don't know if we... So, okay, here's the thing. I want to use basically two screens or two masks. So we can mask it off like this, right? And then the reason I'm doing this is because, like, if we want to add more zip tone in here, we can. Because I don't think this is supposed to be flatted, this strand of hair here. And I don't know if we're going to encounter more of that. It doesn't look like it. Maybe we will. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. This is the thing, is like, I'm sweating details about a piece that's just for fun. It's like, we could just move on with our lives instead. How about that? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to make permanent solutions. Instead of making a mask, we're just going to straight up clear it so that it's just transparent. And then we're going to flatten it with the transparency, and we are going to turn it into a screen, just like we did with the line art. And we are going to do something with it. Do like a magical girl kind of thing. I don't know. Is that condescending? It's a genre. She is kind of a magical girl. You can never just take it easy on color stuff. Yeah. It's a tough thing to do, to take things easy, especially when it's like for public consumption. Man, I did a what was it? I did a we're trying to figure out this thing when we haven't figured out anything else, which is a little counterintuitive, but I kind of have an idea of where we're going to go with this. So, I mean, maybe we just do the pink and the white, right? Maybe just pink on pink. We'll just like a tad, just a tad. I'm trying to think. Okay. I've been coloring all day, and this thing is already breaking my brain. Perhaps a tealish, maybe. I went in with a set plan, okay? I don't know why I'm showing my hands like you guys are holding me up, but I am. I went in with a set plan, honest. I have no weapons on me. Went in with a set plan. I was gonna do a pink, and then like a brownish, and then like a light bluish kind of thing, but I don't know if that's gonna work. We're just gonna turn that off for now. We're just gonna, all the work we've done is wasted. It's useless for right now. Let's just get weird. You know what? I don't like all this purple in the back. We are going to cut that back. Maybe even, oh, maybe even a little bit of pinks in there. Maybe a little bit. Maybe bring up the greens just a tad. No, absolutely not. No, now all the plants look dead. That's not where we want to be. This is tough because it's a lot of like weird shapes and okay, nobody look at this. This is bothering me. Nobody look at that. We're figuring out I think it just needs to be like pushed back. Like that. Like it just needs to be pushed. Everything needs to be pushed back. We could always just do like straight up yellow, teal, orange. Like this. Take the figure, wash it in like, oh, well. Wash it in like an orange. This is like classic color scheme stuff. This kind of like purple, or sorry, this like colors that go really well together are like orange and blue. It happens on like every single movie poster ever. And then browns always work really well in that space because they're basically oranges. And then blues and pinks usually work really well together as well. And so we're kind of ending up in that area. We're also in RGB, so we can get a little bit weird with it. Since this is not going to print anywhere. Like we can use the forbidden colors. Like that. It doesn't look like I'm using the forbidden colors because it just looks like red. But trust me, they are forbidden. You can tell because this little thing right here says, hey, that's forbidden. You should use that color instead. But we won't use that color, Photoshop. We are dangerous. I use the color picker more. I think because we want to get into this RGB stuff. Whew, that is some, we are into some hot, weird stuff right now, y'all. This is some hot, weird. You're not my dad, Photoshop. You can't tell me what to do. So this is like a blue-green inner suit. I wonder if we can kind of bring that out a little bit more. This is too much. Okay, so I think we're getting there. It needs to be engaging. So I know what you're saying, Nick. What are you doing? That doesn't look like gold metal or something. Like I've seen gold before. I'm wearing 6 pounds of gold right now. And you're right, you are, but it'll look like gold eventually. You just gotta trust me. Okay, I feel like I like where this is going. Yeah, what if we also get weird? What if we continue to be weird? Forbidden colors. Always forbidden colors. Whoop, that's something. Okay. I don't hate it so far. Let me think. How's everyone doing, by the way? I've been thirsty, and not hungry for work. I mean, like, literally thirsty. It's very dry in here. I got a new water bottle today, and it holds like an extra third of what my old water bottle does, which means I sit down a lot more, which means that I will slowly have blood clots that will route to my brain as I sit in this desk making comics forever, and then things will get bad. So it's a net positive because I'll be here making comics. So let's talk about a little bit about what happened. Where did all the art streams go? Well, dear friend, dear viewer, and we're just gonna do like a first pass of shadows on this. I don't know how. Been working all day, gonna be working all night too. Yeah, I hear you, DJ. Good seeing you, by the way. We're just gonna do a first pass of shadows, just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just gonna ring that bell, let them know we're here. You know, just like one cut. So work picked up for me, which is real good, but the work that I was getting, I was very happy to do. However, it was all like I was getting a lot of projects that were like, we need 10 pages in a week, and we need 20 pages next week, and then we need it was like small projects all kind of chained together, and I'm still kind of doing that. I got a couple of regular gigs now, but it was never working on something that was like, here's the team, here's the time that we have to spend on it, like create something. It was more like, oh my God, we need to get this on the shelf right now. Who's going to do a good job really quickly? We'll put Nick on it. The pages look great. We're going to put them up there. You're done now. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, here's the next thing. And I was like, you know, obviously happy to have the work, because there was a brief period in the beginning of the year where I was not doing a whole lot of work. Kind of dried up a little bit. But the point is that it was all kind of stressful work, and it was kind of emotionally draining. Like, it was really hard for me to be like, and now I'll color something extra for fun. You know, like that was pretty tough for me to do. I can always tell when I'm kind of like, there's a sweet spot of work where I'm like always excited about work, and reading comics while I'm not working. And that's how you know, when I'm reading comics when I'm not working, that's how you know that like I am very excited about the work that I'm doing, and I'm not stressed out at all. But what was happening is I was playing a lot of video games. And when that happens, it usually means that I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to work. I don't want to do extra color work. I just want to like hang out and like veg a little bit and not have to think about color or anything. So yeah, what I'm saying is like, work got hard. I saw actually Liana Kangas? God, I'm gonna just butcher every single name on this stream. Every single one. She was saying, she was like, how do you guys manage a social media site with like a million other things to do? And I told her my secret, which was to abandon things for months at a time. That is the secret. Just full on abandon things. I have like Kangas. Yes, thank you. You know, I knew it in my brain, but it's late and I'm tired. And I also have never met her in real life, so I've only read the name, and my reading skills are very poor. The point is that 8th grade literacy. The point is that she was saying, like, how do you manage all these things? And I'm like, shit, man, I don't know. You don't, like, because there's always something that, like, doesn't get done. And it's like, well, Justice League can get done. That I can do. But it's am I going to remember to clip all the panels that I liked and put them on Instagram? Probably not, because guess what? The next thing's got to get done. And I kind of got into that mode for a while. 4 months, actually, because it was 4 months since the last art stream. So I'm going to try to get back into art streams, take some time. Things have kind of calmed down a little bit, so I can actually do some work for y'all. Because I know you guys want to see the art streams. They do a little better than the video game streams, so. But yeah, I could tell that I was in this, just shutting off work and seeing Nick streaming. Yeah, man. Nice. Good timing, Hulk Hogan. Welcome. But yeah, I could tell that, like, I was getting stressed out from work, or a little overworked, or not wanting to take on extra work because I was playing a ton of video games. You hate video games. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but I played, and this is how I knew that I was, like, definitely didn't want to do extra work. Instead of reading comics, not only did I play Skies of Arcadia on stream, but I played, like, 3 Tomb Raider games. 3 Tomb Raider games off stream. I played, on Boix's stream, I played, a terrible RPG Mario Party game called Dokapon Kingdom. It was just like, and then I was also tinkering on, like, Dragon Quest V, which I'm still kind of playing, but I kind of got excited about comics again, so that's getting slightly abandoned. There's maybe an ADD thing happening here. Yeah. That might be a thing. So yeah, apologies to you guys, because I know you guys like the art streams. I'm gonna try to do more of them. And we're gonna catch up on some art jams, colorist jams that I missed, and we are going to, man, we're gonna try to wrangle this zip tone, man. Whew, this is gonna be a weird one. What did we sign up for here? By the way, the Tomb Raider games, pretty all right. pretty okay. I don't know if you guys like video games, but those ones are definitely video games. And you can always tell, like, I was still on Discord, still answering questions from people. Yo, by the way, we have a job posting Discord, or a section within my Discord for posting art gigs and stuff. If you're looking for jobs, it's a good place to start. You know, I don't know how long stuff stays open, but my friend Dylan, talking about the newer Tomb Raider games. Yeah, I played Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider back to back. And then I played Lara Croft Go on my mobile device. I think I liked Lara Croft Go the best. Maybe I'm an old man. All the murder. She murders so many people, Lara Croft. I'm having trouble with, like, I don't know, glorified violence in video games. Maybe I am an old man. Ugh. I just felt like I was Janet Reno for a second there. Lots of murder, yeah. The Tomb Raider 2013, yeah, real good too. But also lots of murder. But yeah, my buddy Dylan he does a lot of graphic design for comics, but he's since been turning down a lot of graphic design jobs. If you have a graphic design portfolio, he was like, somebody pass me graphic design portfolios so that I can recommend people for other gigs. And I posted that up in the Discord. There's been a couple editor positions, a couple colorist positions. You know, it's just stuff, community stuff. And you know, I'm in there answering questions for anybody who needs questions answered. You can just message me and I'll be like, yo, here's the answer. I don't know if I have the answer. I'm not gonna bullshit you if I don't. But I just read Parker. I read all four books. That's the Darwin Cook crime book. And then I was like, this is great. And then I went and got the oversized edition because I bought the hardcovers, the small ones. Loch Ness Monster with gun pics. The Discord has everything. Yeah. The Discord could get a little off the rails sometimes, in a good way. What was I saying? The Loch Ness Monster with a gun wiped it from my mind. How did it get a gun that big? Who would make it a gun? Does the Loch Ness Monster have dirt on the Glock family, and that's how he got a gun that big? Did Glock custom make it? How high does this conspiracy go? All right, let's put this shadow down. Slide into those late night Nick Flaherty DMs. If it's late night, I probably won't answer you, but I will answer in the morning. Okay, this is just basic shadow. We're gonna warm up some stuff so we can work with the correct kind of thing. We're in RGB, so it's kind of warm already. In CMYK, this stuff is a little bit cooler when you multiply. I wonder, can we, is this the same, how is this not the same thing? Oh my God. The zip tone, you're freaking killing me. There we go. Now it's all the same thing. Yes. Okay. I was wondering if we could tweak the zip tone. See, like I colorized the zip tone right there. It's probably where we want to end up, but I don't know if we want to do it yet. I do want to make this feel more like gold. Maybe we do that with knockouts, colorize the line art. Let me think about how deep we want to go on this piece. Let's work the background just a tad. Trying to think if the background needs anything. It needs less. There we go. We need to consolidate some of the colors together so that it reads more like a pattern. I think this is good. What if we blinged out all of this stuff? What if we just feathered 30? This is a smaller piece, feather 20, and then screen. That's bad. Feather 10. This piece is smaller as far as like pixels wide than I'm normally used to working with. Still kind of bad. We'll get there. We'll get there. Ooh, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Is this anything? It might be something. I can't tell if this is something. It might be something. It's something. I've decided it's something. All right, let's darken it up top. Maybe get these colors to vibrate a little bit. Look at that stuff. Look at that. That's what you want. Get these hot vibrating colors. If it doesn't vibrate, is it even worth having? Anyway, let's knock out the color in the armor. We're gonna get real weird with this stuff. This is gonna be a very odd Yara Flor by the end of it. I think she the thing that you want to keep in mind when you make anything, and this is something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, is nothing matters when you make stuff. Like the idea of like, oh, it's gold, so it has to be this color. Oh, it's whatever, it has to be this. That kind of thinking, kid, that'll get you killed. No, it won't. But like, maybe don't think that way. Maybe instead think, who cares what color it is as long as it's engaging. That's what you want to be thinking. The thing about, man, are we overthinking this? I'm like hand selecting this out. Should we just like click, like fill? And just kind of go from here, like clean it up a little. Maybe we should just do that. We're gonna get there. This doesn't look good. Trying to not use local colors has been tough. Definitely produces some interesting colors. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You just want interesting. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's good. It matters that it's interesting. I say as I go back to local color. No, we're not going to do that. No. I'm going to figure out what this color should be. Oh, there we go. There we go. The local color is especially hard to escape. Whoa, hello. When you are working on superhero stuff, it's especially hard to escape with superhero stuff because, like, there's an expectation. And I don't think I appreciated this when I was doing a lot of like indie stuff early in my career. A lot of careers start with like independent comics and things like that. I don't think I appreciated like basically how much rope you have to like do whatever. You can really like do whatever you want. There's no rules with independent comics. There's one rule, you got to keep your shirt on. But like other than that, there's no rules. And I feel like you know, I didn't have the wherewithal to realize that, like, oh, like, there are no rules. I can do whatever I want. Because I was trying to ape, like, I was trying to, like, fix my color schemes and ape Marvel and DC books, because that's the work that I wanted, you know, Marvel DC work. But now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, I really just want to go nuts on something. I really just want to make a weird thing. But there's, like, you know, and you get opportunities to do that in mainstream books. I'm not saying that you don't, but, like, a book like Justice League comes with a built-in audience that expects it to look a particular way. And so you kind of have to cater to them to a degree, you know? Like, you can't get too wild. Like, the triumphant Superman entering the room needs to look a certain way. It needs to you need to hit the right notes, basically. That's why you love working on indie books, free reign on how you want to tackle everything. Yeah, it's really nice, because there's no right way to do it. When we started working on Devil's Highway, and I just turned in a new issue of that just recently. It was like, you know, when I worked with Brent on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it was like, well, it's got to look a certain way. And then when we started working on this, I was like, how do you want this to look? And he was like, I have no idea. So we just kind of, like, jumped in, which was kind of nice and terrifying and wonderful. And Cave Carson was definitely a book where we got to, like, kind of do whatever we wanted, and was super fun. But I don't know, man. I miss that. I miss, like, I feel like the gigs that I've been getting lately have been, like, has to fit in a certain way, has to fit a certain look, and it's fine. I like doing that work too. And you can usually, like, and this is something that I like to do, is sneak in some subversive stuff every once in a while, like throw the color at the door and, like, you know, really, like, do something weird. And see if you get away with it. Better to beg forgiveness than ask permission. So I am able to do that in places, thankfully. Otherwise, I think I'd go crazy. But yeah, it's a weird thing, and I don't think I appreciated that quite as much as I did when I was doing independent comics. This looks like butt. This looks like just a butt. We gotta figure out how to fix it, because I'm putting in shadows. I think maybe they just don't have to be shadows, maybe, or maybe they're shadows. They're not black, but they're shadows. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I think we gotta figure this out a little bit more. Maybe. Yeah, colorize them a little bit. Man, by the way, comics look a lot different. I'm going through, like, a backlog of comics, and Parker was in that backlog, which is a great book and everyone should read it. But one of the books that I was reading, I've been reading a lot of stuff that I picked up when I was, like, in college that was, like, good enough to pick up and try, but not good enough to read immediately. I'm finding that like, it's a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh, this looks interesting, and then I never read it. Man, comics have just changed. Like, this kind of, like, knockouts that we're doing here, with the armor. You would have never seen this in older books. I feel like comics have gotten a lot more colorful, and they've moved away from spot blacks a lot of the time. if that makes any sense. It feels like it's more about like being as colorful as possible and as interesting as possible than it is about like figuring out where to spot your blacks and that kind of thing. I don't know if that's true, but it feels that way to me. I know I personally was spotting a heck of a lot less black, or doing a lot less colorizing than when I started than I am now. Although maybe it's a skill level thing, I don't know. It could be. Let's try to mess with the glow on her armor again, just to see if we can. Maybe we had like the wrong. 13 pixels feathered. We're gonna try a yellow. Maybe the yellow is wrong. Maybe the yellow is wrong. Maybe we've been wrong the whole time about the yellow. But we do gotta warm it up. Yeah, we needed it to be redder. Redder works. It's almost like they're relying a lot more on colorist. I wouldn't say that. I'd say that the coloring got better, and so people are taking advantage of it. I don't think it's about like relying or not relying. I mean, like, look, straight up, there are stuff that you're gonna have to do as a colorist that is going to be like, oh, I wish that the artist did this stuff, but now I have to do it. Like, that is a thing, but that was a thing, that's been a thing forever. People passing like, I'm too tired to do this, colorist will take care of it. Let her take care of this. I don't know. I feel like it's been a thing forever, no matter what era of comics you're into. It's a collaborative medium, and sometimes a lot of times too, it's not even that they're like consciously pulling, making the colorist do something, and maybe the colorist just sees something that like they missed, the artist missed. I think you get into that road, that like line of thinking where it's like the colorist has to do more now, and you start to. It's a good way to start harboring that resentment for your teammates. It's not a good place to be. I don't know. It can turn into that, is what I'm saying. I'm not specifically accusing you, DJ, of that. I'm just saying shit can get weird. It can get real weird. This is not the right brush. Just trying to soften this up a little, because it doesn't need like a hard highlight. We're gonna do a little bit in the face. We don't even need the lines. We're animals. We needed the lines. This is a mistake. This was a hard mistake. We're gonna warm up just a tad. Oh man, there's color under here. Look at that. Look at that. Didn't mean it like that said, but yeah, books are getting more colorful. Yeah. There's stuff under here. It's zip toned. Oh. That's pleasant. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to see. I don't know, the shift. Color the zip tones just a tad. I don't know if this armor is working for me. Oh no, we colored all that zip tone just a tad. We're gonna back that up. Maybe we just darken it up in places. Yeah, it needs the contrast to work well. I think we are getting there. Part of the problem is that my brain don't work right now. That's part of the problem. Late at night, my brain don't work so good. Man, I've been reading. So I've been reading a lot of like indie comics from 2001. Don't do that. It's like, it's all just like navel gazing, self-absorbed nonsense. It's a lot of like, at the time in comics, they really wanted to be like, comic books are literature, you know, like comic books are books. And so because of that, all the like the good like indie books from that era are all like I'm depressed and I'm living in a city. Like it's I'm like I don't care. I read I don't want to call out specifically stuff because it's also, I feel like it's unfair to be like, yo, this work that you made 20 years ago hasn't held up 20 years later, because that's a bullshit metric, you know? Like, come on, man. I wonder, can we colorize this? Ooh, we can, but it's bad. We can, but it's bad. I don't know. I was reading one that I was like viscerally unhappy with, but we don't have to get into that. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it positive. Here's the thing. I did read the Parker books. I think the Parker books are the best things I've read all year, and so much so that I double dipped and I got the tell us in the Discord. No, I already talked about it in the Discord, I think. This is from a while ago. I double dipped. I got the Martini edition. It's like oversized Parker books than the normal hardcovers. The hardcovers were like this big. And then the oversized is like, it's oversized. And I was reading a conversation that was published in the Comics Journal between Darwin and Darwin Cook, Ed Brubaker, and Tom Spurgeon, I think. And man, it made me want to make stuff again. It was such like a good conversation about like thoughtfully making something. And I was like, oh man, I got the fever again. Like we're doing some coloring now, which is great, but I do want to tackle some of my pages on stream that I've been working on. I kind of backburnered those because I got swamped with work. I want to get back into it. By the way, if you like the art streams, you know, let me know, either in Discord or in comments or whatever. And you want to see, if you want to see a particular thing or a particular piece of art, or you need me to run back like how I did something, man, I'm an open book. Like, I'll share all the secrets. It don't matter. The only thing that I won't share is when people are like, yo, can I get that palette? Yo, can I get that brush? No. I spent a lot of time putting all this kind of stuff together, and here's the other thing: it's not going to make you good. Like, there's no secret brush or whatever that's going to make you very good. You just got to get good. That's the thing. But other than that, like, if you're like, I don't know how to size this page, I don't know if this palette is working, like that kind of stuff, I'd love to help you with. Love it. Can you walk back how you came to this particular decision? Like, sure, I will talk to you about that for as long as you need it and as much time as I got. So default PS brush, best brush. Man, soft round. That's all you need. So, obviously this commission was not meant for color, and we know that because, you know, it looks good in black and white, and she put all these tones in. These tones are giving me problems, especially in the face. Like, this is just absurd. So we're gonna try to warm this stuff up just a little. Maybe even, whoa. I don't know if this is gonna work. Soft round the lasso tool. Yeah, man. It's all you really need, especially like I'm using soft round right now. I feel like people get caught up in brushes and stuff, and it's like, you don't have to be. If you can find your way with the soft round, like, that's the good stuff. You'll be set. Is this working? This is the wrong brush. This is why it's not working. So I just tried to, like, warm up her nose and features just a little bit. Just to, like, I know this is like such a subtle, nitpicky thing, but like, if you look at her face, like when we're zoomed out like this, and we run it back, it's like she looks darker and then she looks warm. We could even warm her up a little bit more too, with like a little like blush in her new layer. Man, I like this, but I feel like there's something going on that, like, I don't know what it is because my brain is a mess. I think this is one of those things where it's like, if I swear half the books if anything's viable, you know, use it. Yeah. And plus, like, the same brushes I use, if you use them, like if I gave somebody my same brush set, they might fall into different brushes within the brush set than I necessarily use. I feel like part of it is figuring out what exactly works for you. You know what I mean? And that's like how you interpret the art and stuff like that. Like, it's not a exact science. Like, use this brush and you'll be successful. It's not that. People want it to be that, but it is not that. Man, I don't know. I think maybe I need to slow down and be patient with the metal. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we should do that. There's a weird thing in here. Okay. Maybe we should slow down. Take a breath. Everybody be cool. Everybody get really cool real fast. Maybe we do make it yellow. Maybe we can make the yellow pop. Oh my God. Okay, yes. Like, there's so much blue in here. Maybe the yellow, like, pops just fine. Ooh, it's getting spicy. A little bit spicy. Don't hate it. I don't think it's quite there, but I don't hate it. I don't know. I feel like I keep wanting to do more. There's like a bunch of stuff that like I did in the book that the zip tone stuff is holding me back from. The a lot of like facial rendering and stuff. I mean, this is like sloppy. It's not really working. I think maybe we just need to less is more, because the zip tone's kind of drowning it out a little. Drowning out like what I'm able to do. This is the thing with zip tone. I've noticed actually a handful of artists have started to really use a lot of zip tone lately. And it is not fun for the colorist, let me tell you. I've seen some pages where like artists have been, they've been, I hate to say the zip tone was the reason why you didn't touch this one. Yeah, zip tone's tough to deal with. It limits your options. I've been noticing like artists using zip tone, but they don't really know how to use zip tone correctly. Like, they just like zip tone a whole background or zip tone a whole figure or something like that. And it makes it look good as like a black and white piece. Like you're pushing foreground and background. But then when you hand it off to a colorist, it's like, oh, but I was gonna do that with color. And now we're stuck with this kind of like gray thing. Unless you can get a colorist who, or a line artist who is very cool and sexy and decides to give you a layered file with the zip tones on something else. Hey Eric, yeah, she's awesome. Have you followed her Kickstarter? She's got a Kickstarter up called Afar. It's a book 2 of a 2-book series. I backed it. I actually hadn't read the first one, so I picked that up in the campaign as well. But yeah, man, it is tough to navigate zip tone stuff because it's like really like built into the line art. Like I always say this, like when I get that kind of stuff, this is kind of my mantra with zip tone stuff is I'll make it look good. You can't afford to contribute to Kickstarters anymore. Oh, it's too bad. This one looks pretty good. But I understand that they're not cheap. Man, there was a cryptid Kickstarter that I wanted to contribute to, and the book was like $50 something plus shipping, and I was like, oh no, thank you. It's like the art is not good enough for $50 plus shipping. I just couldn't do it. So I feel you, man. You gotta pick and choose, for sure. I mean, you got 2 names, Eric. That's a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of people to look out for. So, you know, I get it, is what I'm saying. No fault to you. You bought a few of her books, so hopefully that evens out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, what the hell? It's almost as bad as the potato salad that got 10K. Yeah, well, I did want a piece of that potato salad. But yeah, it was like, the art was a little amateurish, and it was like, it wasn't like a prestige product, you know? And I was like, I just can't. They wanted to do like they're trying to do like a hardcover like thing, and I was just like, as much as I love cryptids, I just couldn't do it. I did back just recently, not only her book, but Afar, but I also backed this guy does hand-drawn game guides for old Nintendo games. And he put together a Kickstarter for hardcovers, and y'all, we all need to quit comics and start drawing hand-drawn game guides, because let me just real quick, y'all, cryptids like. Let me find this. Yeah, I'm a big fan of cryptids and stuff. Y'all, we should be drawing game guides. We should not be drawing comics. Look at this. Look at this. This is spit take level of money. This is one guy did this. I mean, granted, it freaking rules, but like, I see this stuff and I'm like, oh, I should have been doing this. I should have been doing this. What was I doing? I should have been doing this. Yeah. It's cool. Man, it's so cool though. It's like kind of a comic, but kind of not a comic, because it's a game guide. it's just so weird and awesome, and he does it all by hand. A third of that's gonna get, yo, if somebody was giving me 2/3 of 200K, I'll take it. I'll take it. Although Jeremy Hahn, he just made a Kickstarter. I don't know if it's still up. My boy, Jeremy Hahn, he just did a horror anthology of all the stuff he did in lockdown that was pretty well as well. It did pretty well. 77K, yeah. I don't know if you guys backed this. You should have. You should have. You're surprised Nintendo hasn't tried to shut it down? Well, I don't know if they have a leg to stand on, because it's like, yeah, they might have shut it. They might shut it down. Now that you say that, is my money gonna evaporate into nothingness? Is big boy Nintendo with his big boy lawyers gonna come get that thing? Maybe. But Jeremy made a good chunk of change. He should have made more. This book looks freaking rad. He was working on this through lockdown. He was like, everybody went pencils down, and he was like, I don't know how to do anything else. So he just kept going, which I fucking love. I love it. I backed that one as well. I'm excited to get that hardcover from him. I'm sure he's gonna have more. If you missed it, I'm sure he'll have some at when we can do Comic Cons again eventually. Anybody doing Comic Cons? I know DJ's in the chat. Are you doing any shows, by the way? I signed on to one show. I signed on to Minicon in Charlotte, and now I'm like 50-50. You wanted to back, but you're waiting on checks. Yeah, I feel you. It happens. Now I'm like 50-50 on do I actually attend this convention, because y'all, it's crazy out there. If I'd have known that there was going to be like a 3-month window. Hey Liana, I mentioned you earlier on stream. What's up? And I got corrected about how to pronounce your last name. Kangas? Did I do it right? I did it. I think I did it. This year I was looking rad. Thank you. No shows for 2021. Yeah, possible 2022. Yeah, I did it right. Cool. I'm terrible at pronouncing things, so this is a good victory. So, are you doing any shows, Liana? Because I signed up for one. You talking about? Yes, that was it. That was the only thing we talked about. No, we were talking about how you tweeted about how you're like, how do you guys run social media and do everything as well as get your work done? And I was like, you don't. You dip out for months at a time. That was my reaction, and I stick by it. I have like 15 Instagram posts that like I have to write you post the picture, but then you gotta write something, and I gotta write a thing, and I always gotta I'm big on credit, because colorists often don't get credit for things. So whenever it comes from a project or whatever, I got to make sure that I tag everybody correctly so that everybody can follow whoever they want to follow, and blah 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 blah. So I have the files ready to go, but the just to sit down and be like, okay, who's the art? Am I spelling it right? Am I tagging correctly? Like that stuff, I'm just like, oh, I don't have any patience or time to do that. Who's got that kind of time? Madness. Stopping by Rose City panel briefly because you wanted to be in, or because you were in town coincidentally. Otherwise, nah, so tired. Yeah. So bad at social and pushing books. This is the other thing is too, it's like you get busy making the actual thing and then it's like, oh, did that come out? Oh, it came out 2 weeks ago. Oh, please go to your local comic store 2 weeks ago and pick up this book. Please. My livelihood. Can only keep up with social media when you're not busy. Yeah, I really, it's the first thing that falls off the wagon for me. Like, if I stop posting on social media, it's a good indication that I am very busy. All right, I think I know what we need to do with this. You're low-key about to hire. See, that's smart. I would also, man, it's like, here's the thing about hiring somebody. I don't think that I move the needle enough as a colorist in order to hire somebody. I think it's time to hire that unpaid intern. Yeah. I had a joke for a while on this stream when that stream was starting that I had an intern named Craig that was like a producer of this show, and that Craig didn't do anything right, but he was also might be a dog in a trench coat. We should go back to that joke. That was maybe the best this stream has ever been. No one goes unpaid. Yeah, you're right. Producing on Twitch is also really hard. Yeah, it's why I haven't done an art stream in 4 months. Cause like, I just got so busy with work that by the end of that, I was like, I'd rather just not. I'd rather just. Man, we're doing some weird stuff with this. We're doing some weird fidgety stuff. I just made all the background white, but then I like took chunks out of her, and I'm like, do we roll with that? Maybe we roll with that. The problem is that, you know, with social media and all that stuff is that, and then producing further on Twitch and all that kind of stuff is that there's so many platforms that you kind of can't successfully hit them all. You kind of have to like focus. But at the same time, I'm like, I should turn this stream into a like time lapse. I should download it, turn it into a time lapse, put it up on Instagram, like, you know, tag everybody in it, mention Leila's Kickstarter, you know, like it is going to be the classic comics Halo eventually, but I want it to be a little more structured. Oh man, we're really just butchering the lines. Nick, do TikTok? No. No. You don't want this booty to shake. It'll be the booty that broke TikTok. Just pivot to being an IRL streamer. Oh my god. Just shoot me in the head now. I can't live that kind of life. You got to understand too that like my dudes, I'm almost 40. Like, this is all extremely foreign to me. I can barely manage one thing. I can manage one thing and then I'm all right. Like, I'm okay leaving something to the youth, is what I'm saying. But I also kind of found that tweet a little surprising because it feels like to me, as somebody who is 40, like, and constantly feeling like I'm not doing enough on social media, that people who are younger than me have it more figured out and like are constantly posting. Which I don't know if that's the case or not, but that's what it feels like from the outside looking in. I don't know. Just hire someone to do your TikToks. I think there's an audience to pay to see when you do your grocery shopping. Please no. You can feel me drawing. Hello there, good evening. The algorithm is built better on TikTok. Dude, this is the thing too, is like, yo, if I start going down that, I can't go down that rabbit hole of like, is thing I'm doing getting views? Is it worth doing? Like, how do I get more views? Do more views translate into buying of comics? Like, once I start going down that route, like, guess what? I'm a crazy person. Like, I'm gonna spend a lot of my life thinking about that, and then maybe ignoring feeding my dog. You know, it's just gonna get it's gonna get bad. It's hard. The reason that I do Twitch is because I want to do Twitch. And the reason that I ported over to YouTube is because Twitch doesn't hold the VODs for a long time. So my whole philosophy is like, I want to do Twitch because like, I want a transparency to the process that like I didn't have when I was starting. I want to give people who might not necessarily have access to a $200,000 art education to be able to ask a question to somebody who knows, like, who's been in the business for a while, you know, which is something that like I didn't have when I was coming up. And like, if they get views, they get views, but like I honestly couldn't care, you know, like I'm not gonna tear my hair out with that stuff, because like it just needs to be available. It needs to be available for people who need it. And then like if other people want to watch, that's fine, kind of thing. I do it because I want to do it, not because, and I think that's the key with social media. Like, do the social media that you want to do because you want to do it, you know? Like, if I had a buddy to podcast comics with, I would start a podcast about comics, you know? By the way, you should follow Comics Inebriated. That's Liana's podcast. It's very good. I haven't listened in a while. Yeah, drinks. I haven't listened in a while because I like to build a few up and then like catch up. So, but yeah, I really enjoy it. It's tough to find. It's also tough to find like just a good comics podcast. This is the other thing, is that like, also Gilmore Girls hot takes. Yes, that we're here for Gilmore Girls hot takes for sure. I will come on Comics Inebriated. I stopped drinking, but I will suck it up and start drinking again for Comics Inebriated. Anytime you want me, I'm there. We could have a Baja Blast. No, man. This is okay. This is my one gripe with Comics Inebriated. Nobody gets inebriated enough. Like if I'm coming on Comics Inebriated, I'm coming correct. Like, I'm showing up, you know? Like, y'all better be ready. And you better clear your schedule for the next day, because it's going to get weird. You're ready. BarCon drunk? No. No, see, that's the thing. You can get inebriated on a podcast, no problem. BarCon drunk is a problem, buddy. Because this is the thing. I used to think, oh, BarCon drunk, not a big deal. But then I started working a table and I was like, oh, it is a big deal. Because, like, I don't want somebody's interaction with me to be bad. Yeah, you gotta get DJ on as well. I don't want somebody's interaction with me to be bad at a Comic-Con, so I feel bad about drinking at a Comic-Con. I usually have like one drink. This is another thing though, that I don't know how old this audience is currently that's in chat, but you get older, you get heartburn. Things stop working right. It happens. I used to be able to drink a lot, and I still can every once in a while, but pay some prices. Heavy tolls. I just had a conversation about that with my doctor. That's where we're at. Gotta stock up on the Zantic. Yeah, exactly. You're mostly a process nerd. Yeah. I don't know what I'd talk about. Maybe Delicious in Dungeon? I don't know if you've had somebody talk about that. I would be the colorist that came on and brought a comic that has no color in it. That would be a thing that I would do. You never heard of that? You're down? Oh, you're in for a treat. That book is excellent. It's manga. I started, man, I was real negative on manga for a long time. And then I read some and I was like, oh, I've been an idiot. I should have been reading this whole time. It was right here. Yeah, maybe I'll bring that because I have a lot of opinions about that. I don't know if this white is working. Now that we've put a lot of time into it, I'm like, what if we scrapped it? What if we just took the L? I feel like I'm like too bulky with it. I don't know. Maybe we just got to get better. Maybe we just got to get good. I'm not sure. Yeah. Wait, is that the one, is that the volleyball anime? Because I've watched a couple episodes. It's already happened. I actually really enjoyed it. But like, it's tough for me to watch stuff while I work. There was one that looked really good. God, what was it called? It was an anime about like this kid that was bullying another kid in high school, of course. And there was this girl involved, of course. You're way more into it than you ever expected. Yeah, it looked like honestly good. And then they find out they're all jazz nerds and they start a jazz band. And I'm like, yes, Yes, this sounds fantastic. I don't know if the white is working. We did all that. And I'm like, what if we didn't do it? I don't know if we can go back. A silent voice. Yeah. Oh, Kids on the Slope. That's what it was. Some guy who did Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. Yeah, same guy. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, this might be good. And like the animation's all like top notch. Yeah, I watched the first couple episodes. I'm trying to convince Shannon to watch it with me. But anything animated is kind of a harder sell for her. But she surprises me. She watched Harley Quinn and really liked it. The HBO series, because it's really good. Man, maybe we can, what if we, I'm trying to like figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Is this all, man, we're just all off the rails. This whole thing is just, we started messing with like all the blacks, and then I was thinking about anime, and then now we're here, and I'm like, should I have been thinking about anime, or should I have been thinking about what I was doing? Who can say? Who can say? What if we just went back? What if we just backed it all up? Took the L, backed it all up. Oh man, chat's popping off. Kite man, hell yeah. Yeah. Man, that show was so good. I'm psyched for the next season. Maybe we don't need anything else. Maybe that was the secret the whole time. Audio descriptions so he can draw? Huh, I hadn't thought about that. We're at the overworked stage? Yeah, perhaps. And yet, he persevered. I'm gonna polish up this stuff, this edge work, just a little bit in the more egregious spots. I kind of like, there's like 4 or 5 other things that like, man, I really wish there wasn't any zip tone on this, but it is what it is. Trying to figure out if there's anything weird in here that I might enjoy. Sometimes here's a small tip. Sometimes you can find like something kind of like a little off your own well-worn path by just like opening up the hue and shifting it like 10 in one direction or another. Like this looks a little boring. But I wonder what, like this looks a little weird. Maybe good weird? Maybe good weird. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it's weird how stuff can kind of shift around. I kind of want to like ground her skin tones just a bit. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. I'm like trying to look at my monitor. It's just on Krypton with a red sun. Yeah. I'm trying to look on the other monitor too because, man, trying to do stuff for web's a nightmare because I know that like, so we messed with the gamma, took it out of the print range and into more of the brighter stuff for phones and stuff like that because I feel like most people are going to see this on their phone. And I'm trying to like that monitor looks a little different than this one, which is probably going to look a little different than on my phone. I don't know, man. Shit. At a certain point, you just gotta like emotionally give up on trying to like tweak in the best things. Hey Dylan, what's up? You're catching us as we're trying to let go of this piece, but your boy just cannot let go. Just what if we had 6 more things? What if we just try another thing? This is what this is what happens when it is late in the day. You start to lose that object permanence. You start just like chucking stuff around. It's like, is this anything? I don't know. Here's the thing, only God can judge me. This is not for the chat. This one's for the big boy. I don't know. Oh wait. This sounds like when you started learning Photoshop, and you never stop learning. I am a colorist, yes. I've colored everything you see that's popping up in the corner as well as everything behind me. Most notably probably is a little indie book called Umbrella Academy, Volume 3. I colored that. Your prof had to tell you to rein it in. Where we're going, we're not reining it in. There's no roads. Look at this green. Look at this green. Promote that work. Give us the recents. Okay. So I've been bouncing around a lot at DC, but so I did like 2 issues of Wonder Woman. I did a Justice League issue. I have a Wonder Woman annual coming up that I'm working on. I have I've been doing the Justice League animated series book. I think we're on issue 3 of that. That's out right now. It's all ages and it's very fun. Yeah, there's some other stuff that's just not out yet. And I just signed on for a Superman thing. I'm very stoked. I mean, like, basically, would Umbrella Academy have happened on Netflix without me? Yes. Would it have been as good? Absolutely. Do they need me? Not really. Am I there anyway? Yes. You have joined the Discord. Ah, sweet. Thanks, Dylan. All right, I think we're gonna call it. I think I'm gonna put this in my Discord so that I can see it on my phone, because I'm not sure. The thing that makes me hesitate is this. This looks good everywhere except for her skin tone, but only on that monitor. On this one, she looks good. So what does that mean? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what that means? Thank you for joining me. Tomorrow, I'm going to be playing Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth with twitch.tv/theboiks. We're going to be doing, I've been trying to do multiplayer days with him on Thursdays. We're going to start streaming that on this stream on twitch.tv/Nickfil. We're going to do more art. I got some stuff. Let me show you. I started kind of like working on a thing, and I'm still working on a thing. If Photoshop loads it, if Bridge loads it, it's not going to load it. It's just going to stay blurry. Can't handle the bits and bytes. These are like extremely loose pencils. Big fan of the Boiks, yes. I laid it all out. It's all laid out, like good to go. I started doing like realizing that I only have time to do short things, so I'm trying to do some short horror stuff. I wrote it. I'm drawing it. Eventually, I'll finish it. I also have been doing cryptids. This Frogman is available on my store, nickfilarty.com. So is this Mothman, as well as if this loads in. This is a large file, so it's struggling. I also did this sweet sticker to keep the Mothman sexy. We gotta keep him sexy. And those are our values. Those are our core values. Loch Ness Monster with a gun print. maybe that's the next sticker. I don't know. So this is the Pescalusa River Abduction, which you guys can look up if you want to. Basically, these three aliens came out of this orb and abducted these two people. One of which has passed away at this point, but one of which, Calvin Harris, is still alive. And his publicist contacted me and was like, hey, can we get a print of that? So this will probably hit the store eventually. I'm real proud of the Frogman one. I really like that one. But yeah, so the Nightcrawlers, man, I don't know. They didn't turn out all right. They turned out all right. This is the thing. I think the Nightcrawlers, I screwed up the value, and I realized this afterwards. Like, I kept trying to make this work, and the reason it doesn't work is because the Nightcrawlers have to be on solid black. Nice Hokoquin. Know the future and shriek the warning. That is the Mothman. So I think I want to do another Nightcrawler. The Nightcrawler ones were like deceptively difficult. We might try to do a couple of others. Thanks, Liana. I want to do eventually, like, I'm gonna make some prints and stuff, and the horror books are gonna look a lot like this when they get done. Right now they look like this, but they'll look like the other thing eventually. You went to art school, DJ. All drawing is just patience and practice. Yeah, so I don't know. I want to work on this stuff, and I want to do it on stream. And I realized that I need to make time for it. So we're going to be doing that. Thanks for hanging out. If you want to see that stuff in the future, subscribe, follow, do all the things, click all the buttons. Thanks for hanging out and chatting, everyone. And I'll catch you on the next one. We'll do a stream probably next week either. We won't be because my in-laws are in town, but the week after that we'll do either Thursday or Wednesday, do another art stream. Not sure what we're going to do, but we'll figure it out. Thanks for hanging out.